I'm Dr. Brittney Doll.
And I'm Kristin. I don't know. I don't have a title or any letters or anything.
All right, Kristin, today we have, on this first episode of Christinsanity, we are talking about the power teams.
Oh my word. I've been looking forward to this. You have no idea.
I am so excited to talk about this. All right, so let's give the people, all of our listening audience, because there's a lot of them. Let's give them an idea of what we're going to be doing on this podcast.
Okay. Let's break it down.
We're going to be talking about all of the amazing things, the WTFs of growing up Christian.
Christian kingdom. That's right.
Yes. Okay. Now, I was raised from birth in a Christian family. We went to
you just plopped right out of the womb straight into the pew.
Right into the baptismal. Right in. I was born in a baptismal.
The placenta floating right there next to you. Nice.
Disgusting. Yes. So multiple denominations, from Church of Christ to Pentecostal, Fundamentalist, Baptist.
I didn't know Pentecostal about you.
Ooh, girl, we're going to get into it.
Wow.
Was in church ministry myself for many, many years.
Yeah.
My doctorate is in religious trauma studies. I have a degree in biblical studies. I mean, I was in it. Yeah. Now, what about you? So
I was not raised in a Christian home, but I started seeking God myself as a teen. And actually, honestly, I followed a really cute boy to church. And because God knows what carrots to dangle, right?
That's right.
It's like the only way that Kristin's ever going to bite on this whole Christianity thing is if a hot guy invites her. So so that's what happened. And so I gave my life to Christ when I was 15 and just haven't looked back. Been a Jesus follower ever since.
Okay. So in your experience, did you ever see a power team? Do you know what this is that we're going to be talking about today?
When you brought it up, I'm like, what the crap is that? I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I am so excited to talk about this.
This is something I missed out on. But let me tell you, when I saw the photo you sent of all these beefcakes and their swords, I got a little overexcited. Let me tell you.
Those are the swords of the Spirit, Kristin. That they were holding, slashing through the work of the enemy.
Well, they can slash through me anytime.
I think they're all like 70 now.
Oh, well, that's about the age range I'm dating now.
Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so if you don't know what a power team is, it was started in the 70s. Way back when. It was started in the 70s.
Started in the 70s.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe.
So me and the power teams came up together. Okay, good to know.
That's right. And it's really unfortunate you didn't get to experience this.
You know it is.
It was founded by John Jacobs, who was this guy. John. That's right. What is that song?
John, well, his name is my name
Jacob too. Jingleheimer Schmidt. That is my name too. Okay.
Whenever I go out,
the people always shout, "There goes John Jacob Jingleheimer."
La 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 la. Yeah.
Perfect. That's it. Okay. So
I was really trying not to sing.
I think that
listening audience.
I think that we should offer them all that we have to offer. I think we should give it to them.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, too bad this isn't visual.
It will be. Okay.
So they can see all I have to.
They can see you're blessed.
Yes. So I'm wearing for our virgin episode of our podcast, I adorned my brand new blessed t-shirt. It says blessed in like a what is it, zebra stripe?
It sure
right
does.
across the bosom.
It sure does.
I got it
Blessed
at the
bosoms.
store
Oh,
when I was thrifting last week,
good
and
find.
got it all washed up and ready just for tonight, so I can be blessed in the chest.
And I am wearing a Love Has No Breed Pride shirt.
Yeah.
Yay.
Rainbow pride for gay dogs.
Rainbow for gay dogs. Yep, like yours. Like your dogs.
That's right, like my gay dogs.
Uh-huh.
And I support them 100%. I don't love them any less.
That's how it should be.
Okay,
so
so the strong men with the swords.
That's right. So John, Mr. Jacobs, was taught by a police officer. So I don't know why a police officer would teach somebody this, but he taught him how to break out of handcuffs.
Okay.
Okay, so put on a regular pair of handcuffs, find the weak point of the handcuffs, and then you just use some force and snap them right in half. Okay.
All right.
So Mr. Jacob was like, of course, anything can be used for God. This is an amazing ministry tool. So he would put on handcuffs.
How to break out of your handcuffs.
Exactly.
Right.
So one day he was preaching, got the handcuffs, prayed for the Spirit of the Lord to come upon him and give him the strength to break these cuffs. And miraculously,
he Samsoned right out of them.
Right out of them. And so the power team was formed. The people were amazed. He saw this as an amazing evangelical tool for God.
Right.
Now, John Jacobs was 6'3".
Okay.
More than 300 pounds.
Okay.
He had a 5-foot chest circumference.
So do I. No.
In that shirt you do.
It looks like I do in this t-shirt. No, that's silly.
Okay, and this guy could curl 350 pounds. Okay, curl 350 pounds. So these are
like, I'm picturing like John Coffey in Green Mile. I'm picturing that
huge. Yes.
Okay.
Big old beefy guy, right?
All
so he starts looking for some other muscle dudes to gather together and take this show on the road. And they're going to do these amazing feats in the name of Christ.
And, you know, this is back in the 70s. This is when like Lou Ferrigno and the Incredible Hulk was a big thing.
Exactly.
Okay. I see where this is coming from. All right.
Yep. And so now the churches have their power team.
Yeah.
And it's big music and this is what we're doing for God.
Hulking up for Jesus.
Yes. Got their swords of the Spirit, like you said. So a lot of these guys had been like troublemakers and stuff like that. And they'd tell their testimony as part of the show about how they had broke free from the chains. You know.
Yeah, because they learned that trick from the
a lot of good parallels in what they were doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they were performing 5 shows a week for years. And then they were doing a lot of churches, and then they wanted to get into the schools to start teaching the children about Christ and stuff. And they weren't obviously allowed to do that.
Right.
So they took the Jesus message out and they started going into schools and different businesses.
They forsaked our Lord.
They did, but they were giving
self-aggrandizement.
Well, they were giving a message of, kindness and
Okay.
drug.
Yeah, that's important.
This was the big DARE time, drug
Oh,
abuse resistance education.
yeah.
Just say no,
Right.
right? In the 80s and 90s. And so they kept going for years and years and years. They were doing
Goodness.
these
Okay.
things all
Wow.
across the country, all across the world. They were going different places.
Wow.
Guess how
And
much they were making per
totally
year?
roided up. Or are we getting to that later?
Oh, it didn't ever say anything about
Oh,
that, but
okay.
I'm sure that was part of it.
I'm just
Sure.
editing that out. That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Okay. Guess how much they make a year, you think?
Oh, let's see. In the 70s and 80s, traveling
90s.
the United States, in the 80s, traveling the United States, doing 5 shows a week.
Yeah.
$30,000.
$30,000 a year?
It's ministry in the 80s.
You don't know much about ministry. Have you never seen The Righteous Gemstones?
I was just watching it right before we got on this show.
Okay.
And they had the strong team. They were showing the strong team.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
So the power team has now taken on different names.
Okay.
And yeah, there have been different shows. Workaholics, I think, featured something about them. And yeah, Righteous Gemstones. I mean, they've been made fun of. It's just this amazing thing that
so how much
we
were
had.
they making? Yeah,
11 million.
Oh crap. No, I meant a piece. How much were the guys getting paid a piece?
Oh, well, I'm
figured
sure
it was
John was
peanuts.
making a little more.
Yeah. But okay, 11 million. They were raking in 11 million in their prime as an organization.
11 million.
Now I'm tracking with you. Okay.
Okay. So Mr. Todd Keene, who was one of the guys of the original power team.
Okay.
And this is a quote by him. Okay. So track with me because this is an amazing quote. He said,
Can't wait to hear what Todd Keene had to say.
I thought Christians were little guys with little pencil protectors in their pockets.
Oh, that's not what he wanted to say.
Then all of a sudden, here comes the power team, smashing bricks, saying, it's okay to be manly, to be what God called you to be. Christians don't have to be dorks.
Wow, that is a powerful message.
It's okay to be manly. Because
yeah,
that is the image of manliness right there. Smashing bricks.
Yes. That's what Jesus wanted. Not turn the other cheek. Smash bricks and swing swords and beat the crap out of stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to have to give
small children for money.
In the name of God.
In the name of Jesus.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a video. Just so that you can get a little taste of the power team. All right. You need to know what this looks like.
Well, I'm a little frightened. And a little turned on.
I mean, amazing, right?
Wow.
Okay,
I am absolutely blown away. That is the power of God
at work.
Like I've never seen it before.
Tell our audience what you saw. What were they doing? Give us a play-by-play.
Brittney,
if this is your first time you've ever seen it, it might be hard to describe.
It was a bunch of guys, muscle on muscle, in tight pants.
I mean, and colorful parachute.
Yeah, like Hammer Pants.
MC Hammer Pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kristin, we're gonna have to take a break, and then we will come back for more Power Team.
Sounds good. Do you remember where you started reading from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because we just watched the video and everything now goes to shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. 2000, everything goes to shit. Okay.
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Okay.
Do you know why? What happened was in 2000, he divorced his wife, Ruth Ann.
Oh
Wife
my.
of 16 years, he divorced her. And so, in an act of ultimate church shunning, when he divorced his wife, half of, if not all, like the majority of the team just left. They left. And so the power team was pretty much dissolved at that point.
Because we can sin in all different ways, but if you sin outwardly where we can see it, shame-ity shame.
Now listen, we know that something had to been going on behind the scenes, because in 2000, that's when he divorced his wife.
Yeah.
There'd been a lot of mumblings and just
Okay.
like some dissension and stuff
amongst the team?
Yes, because in the same month that he divorced his wife, Mr. John Jacobs, gets arrested and charged with assault and battery for attacking this guy named Jeff.
Jeff who?
Audis. Audas, Mr. Jeff Audis, or Audass. Mr. Audass.
Had some audacity, sounds like. The audacity.
Yes.
Because he was
around
being
with his
accused
wife.
of flirting around with Ruth Ann.
Speculation again, but Mr. John Jacobs pushed him up against the wall, slammed him. And you know, this is a 6'3", 300-pound guy. Grabs Mr. Jeff Audis by the shoulders, slams him up against the wall.
Oh my gosh.
So
did it leave like one of those cartoon imprints in the brick wall?
You know it did. You just saw the video. You could see what they did to 8.
Well, it probably crushed every bone in his body. Is Jeff
It may have.
Audacity still alive?
Yes, because he went on to form what was called Team Impact with a lot of those
he
guys.
Had some impact, didn't he?
He sure did on Miss Ruth Ann. So he grabbed all these guys who had left Mr. Jacobs. Formed his own team. And so John Jacobs was so upset, and he said these ex-associates are nothing but troublemakers, disloyal antagonizers, and womanizers. So wonder what was going on behind the scenes at these shows. Womanizers out partying, getting the women.
Yeah. I'm thinking they were juicing. I'm thinking they were throwing themselves around.
Juicing? Like with celery and carrots?
No, juicing with steroids, you goofball. Celery.
They're getting their nutrients.
That kind of juicing didn't come till later. That wasn't popular until the 2010s. Now, come on.
That's true. They were juicing. Hardcore.
Yeah.
They might even put ginger.
From the grove.
Side note, my ex-mother-in-law, bless her sweet soul, whenever, I still love this woman, whenever I was sick, she would make me a juice, which was all just strictly carrots, garlic.
What the? Oh my God, that
carrot
sounds nasty.
And garlic juice. It was the most disgusting thing. And she would be like, I swear by it, just drink it.
I would get better just to not have to drink that.
I think I drank it one time and it was like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah. You'd like puke out all the germs, that's for sure.
She would, yeah, that's what she would make.
It would ward off all the vampires.
That's true.
So there's that.
Okay, so not that kind of juicing.
No, not that. No. Juicing.
So like basically, Mr. John Jacobs' ministry was over for him. Now, he thought when all these people left, he said that God had, quote unquote, pruned these men from his ministry so that God could take him to the next level.
Oh yeah, right. You got to prune those vines to get the fruit, right?
Bring on the new fruit.
That's right.
But
okay.
Unfortunately,
so what happened then?
He went bankrupt.
Oh, poor Johnny.
No. So, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they're still going in various forms. I remember seeing them in like 2010, 2011.
Where?
Well, I think the audience should know that you and I no longer live in Kansas, but we both did, and we met in Kansas in Wichita.
That's true.
There's
We
this
did.
big church in Wichita.
That big Holy Roller Church?
The big Holy Roller Church.
In the smack dab in the middle of the buckle of the Bible Belt?
There it is in all its glory. And they brought in the power team.
Oh, gosh.
And we drove. And you don't do this. You don't, in Wichita, you don't drive from west to east or east to west.
No. Why would you do that?
You don't drive from one side. That's like 20 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Well, and it's like crossing from East Berlin to West Berlin.
You don't do it.
No.
Mm-mm.
You don't do it.
But we did. For the power team, crossed the river.
Oh, my word. Yeah.
And
where was I? And why didn't I bring my children to this? Because they would have
we didn't know each other at the time.
I know, but I'm saying how didn't I hear about this even? How could I have missed the power team coming to Wichita?
I know.
When I had young boys,
they would have loved it. The power team, I mean, they are rolling pans, frying pans, one-handed. They're breaking bats.
Right.
And I don't know if you heard it, but in the video, he said that the Louisville Slugger company started sending them bats that they were sure they could not break.
Oh,
they were actually sending them specific bats. Of course they broke them. Oh, power team, Kristin, with the power of Christ.
Yeah. They don't, I mean, Elijah had the Lord rain down fire on a slaughtered bull that was soaked in water. And
trying to say, what is this? What story are you telling?
You know, when Elijah took on all the prophets of Baal, and he was like, okay, if your God's so great, then have your gods burn up this sacrifice. And they, all day and night, they prayed and they cut themselves and they sacrificed and they did all this stuff to try to get their gods to burn up the altar. And then he prays to God, and God sends down fire from heaven, and it licks up the sacrifice and all the water around it. And then they know that the God of Israel is the one true God.
That sounds just like the power team.
Right? Yes.
All right. So I just got the 10-minute ding. We're going to have to get off of here. All right. So next week, we are talking about
old school flannel graph.
Man, I'm so excited about this. So what we're going to be doing every week is one of us is going to be researching things,
right,
and telling the other. So you're going to be researching flannel graph this week. I am so excited to learn about this. I'm not going to be looking at
and you know what?
And listen, you know me. I research flannel graph a lot.
Did you?
Oh, you know I do. I'm always looking at flannel graph. I'm always using it in therapy. So I'm not this until next week. I'm not going to be finding out.
You're not going to be picking up flannel graph. You're gonna try to go into this blind,
cutting myself off,
ignorant as possible about the flannel graph. Okay.
Don't know anything.
Well, I'm going to give you the history of the flannel graph, and I'm going to share with you maybe a few Bible stories that aren't quite like your Sunday school teacher.
Oh, I'm
bottom.
excited for this.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't have flannels in that shape.
Oh man, I'm excited. All right, in the last few minutes, do you want to hear some fan mail?
Yes, I'd love to.
Okay, let me just get it here for. All right, we don't have any. That was it. But listen, thanks everyone for joining us. Kristin, I love ya. Good to see ya. Can't wait for next week.
All right.
Okay.
It's been delightful. And now I'm going to go have nice dream time about the power team, guys.
Enjoy that. All right, girl. I'll see you later.
Farewell.